Hey guys, it's
Tick,
and Tat.
and welcome back to Jack Play.
Yeah, buddy. We're gonna play some Tomb Raider 3 today.
We're
As
probably super fucked.
possibly. So, as a reference for the guy who watches all of our videos on this specific game, you just messaged me today, this Saturday for me, about picking the right spot on the globe. I messaged you. Or I replied, but you haven't replied back to me yet. So I don't know if we fucked up or not. We're probably gonna find out from you sooner rather than later, and then we'll know. Or we'll find out just by playing the game and finding out it's really, really difficult,
Yeah.
and then suffering.
Well,
through it.
honestly, this is easier than the first level, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's fair. Are you like, in what way though?
In exploration, combat, friggin' puzzles have been easier.
The whole process.
Yeah, basically the whole game has been better in this level than in the first one.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
So, maybe we just chose the right spot and we got lucky this time.
Yeah, maybe. And if we did, hell yeah, because we could use some luck.
Yeah.
Because this game is very unforgiving. Because he's mentioned that we don't have, like, I think what? Do we have a shotgun?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we missed something. Oh, and then he also mentioned we won't get the special level at the end of the game for collecting all the secrets because we already missed 2 in the very beginning.
I don't care.
Well, I know, but you know, there's stuff. There are things.
Yeah, there are certain things that just straight up aren't a concern for me, though.
Oh right, and then he mentioned something about this is he watched this is on episode 2 that he's mentioned. And by the way, this is episode 8.
Oh, this is episode 8. Great.
Yeah, this is episode 8, and he just commented on episode 2. Anyways, about there was a river, I guess, that if we had fallen into it or whatever, we would have been sent back to like the beginning of the game.
That happened multiple times.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess.
Yeah. No, that happened a bunch. I was just really careful about saving.
Yeah.
So,
So it's the one on the bottom then?
yeah. Gonna look through them.
Might as well read them.
Have you ever heard of Chromatic Lantern?
Chromatic Lantern?
Yeah.
No.
It's hands down one of the best cards I've ever seen, and it is a 3-drop artifact. You'll understand.
Sounds spicy. Okay, I expect you to beat the game by the time I'm done with these cards.
Alright, well, that's not good.
Well, it better, or else. Ah! Gross, Brandon, gross. It's got ice cream on it.
I like the fog that's on the glass in that particular image.
I bet. Okay. Banquet guests. Affinity for food. One less to cast for each food you control. Okay. Nice. Trample. Enters the battlefield with twice X +1/+1 counters on it. Pay 2, sacrifice a food. It gains indestructible intelligence. That's cool. So, like, basically, if you have, like, 4 food out, it'll automatically come out as a 8/8.
Yeah.
Which is fucking wild, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no, dude. Friggin' Treebeard? Friggin', welcoming host or something like that. Or benevolent host. It's some shit like that.
Yeah.
He has an ability that every time you gain life, you put that many +1/+1 counters on a target halfling or tree folk you control.
Okay.
That deck is all about gaining life, though. And so, what ended up happening when I played, the one time I played with it was I had 11 +1/+1 counters on him. Or no, sorry, 17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, slightly different number.
Yeah.
I had 17 +1/+1 counters on him. He is a 0/5.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah.
Death touch, 1/1.
He had trample, too.
Death touch. Okay, Ghost Quarter. Sacrifice it, destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for basic land card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. Fell the Mighty. Destroy all creatures with power greater than target creature's power. board wipes. You can't have a pre-built deck without board wipes in it.
Yeah, but that's the way Commander is, unfortunately.
It's not. It's not, though.
It
it's
is
the way pre-built Commander
That's how
is.
Commander is.
My goblins don't have board wipe.
That's
they
because
have
your
just...
goblins aren't, like, a competitive thing.
What do you mean they're they are a competitive thing.
No, I mean,
They're
like...
more competitive than these
No,
are.
I mean, like, tournament legal.
They
right?
are tournament legal.
competitive.
What do you
Are they?
mean? They're not... I mean, there might not be, like... Which standard? They might not be standard.
No, I don't think they're Commander legal either.
Why?
Because of a lot of the cards that are in there.
They are. It's a legitimate deck.
Just because it's a legitimate deck doesn't mean
No,
that
a
it's tournament
legitimate...
legal.
A legitimate as in... like, you can play it in, like, modern Commander tournaments. Why? Why would you not think that? It doesn't have anything that, like, rule-breaking. Or, like, OP as hell.
It's not about, like, the OP. It's about how old a lot of the cards are.
There aren't that many old cards in it.
But there's a few, which
Yeah,
means
but if
it's
there's-
not a tournament
But
legal
if there's,
deck.
but if there are any, it's like the stupid like 1/1 with haste. You know, it's something really dumb that's not integral to the functionality of the deck. It's just a dumb little creature to fill space.
That doesn't mean it's a tournament legal deck, though.
Yeah, but that means that if I just swapped out one card,
It's probably more than that, too, honestly.
maybe. But like my point is my Goblin deck, its function and way of winning, is not limited to Legacy. Is basically the situation. Like if I were to change out any Legacy cards in it, the functionality would not change, and then it would be standard or it would be modern legal. That's my point. Which is why I'm saying like board wipes in all of these decks, everyone, and they have to have at least like 2 board wipes. Okay, Mary, Warden of Isengard.
Yeah.
Partner with Pippin, Warden of Isengard. When this creature enters the battlefield, target player may put Pippin into their hand from their library, then shuffle. Whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, one more artifact, okay. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifeline. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, that's alright. Fumigate. Destroy all creatures. You gain 1 life for each creature destroys. Another 2 board wipes. Cost same mana too. Let's see. Rogue's Passage. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Okay. Soul Ring. Shire Terrence. Sacrifice it. Search your library for a basic land card. Okay. Revive the Shrine. Or the Shire. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Create a food token. Okay, that's cool. For only 2 mana? Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, Dusk. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. Dawn. Aftermath. Return all creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, okay, sure. Do you have to pay the Aftermath while it's in the graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way Aftermath works.
Yeah. That's a 3rd board wipe, by the way.
Again,
In the
way,
first stack.
That's the way a lot of Commander decks are, is just a lot of board wipes.
You know what?
You can not believe me all you want.
No, see, but the reason I don't believe you is not because of lack of evidence. The reason I don't believe you is because you've only interacted with pre-builds.
That's not true.
How many non-pre-builds have you interacted?
Gabe's deck isn't a pre-con.
But his deck sucks.
And
It
it's
might as
actually
well
not
be a
that
pre-con.
bad.
Whatever. I watched it just be terrible the whole time that he was playing it.
He's not a good player.
Doesn't
No
matter.
offense to Gabe, but he's not.
His deck isn't good.
He doesn't have the same experience you and I do.
Yeah, but but basically my point is it might as well be. And is that the only one?
There's a few others too.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
There are. And you remember that guy? He played like a Leviathan deck or something, and like we both thought he was super annoying because we couldn't like hurt him. And every time we attacked him, we helped him and made all of his creatures stronger, and he did a bunch of shit.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember his
Yeah.
deck. But it didn't have board wipes in it.
I'm sure it did.
No, it didn't. He
I'm
didn't play
sure
a
it did.
single one.
I didn't.
And the reason I say that I don't think it does, is because his whole deck was dependent on you having creatures and attacking him with them. Which means that if he killed all of them, his whole deck's point would be lost. telling you, man. We just gotta meet a whole bunch of people who actually play Commander and ask them. Nice. And then be
it's
like,
funny, haha.
yeah, it is. And just be like, do you have board wipes in your decks?
And if so, why?
Yeah, and then or do you have any non-pre-built decks that you put board wipes in specifically? Oh yeah. So today, Zach and I spent a lot of time trying to get Nitro RC cars started.
Why?
So we could sell them as like functioning cars.
Okay, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
I think Nitro cars aren't worth it.
No, so they're not, but they were still fun to drive around because they're loud and
Well, yeah.
they do have good punch. But the biggest downside of them is they're very touchy. So the big one that we got running, we got it running fully, so it can idle and everything. But all the niceties with electric is just gone. So its punch is not as instant, and it's dead. But it's messy. It's very messy, and you can't reverse. Oh, you made it. Okay, you can reverse, but only because that car specifically is really fancy. Because whenever you go, how you reverse is you pull the opposite way on the trigger, right?
Yeah.
Well, on this car, that cuts the engine.
Yeah,
and it
they
turns
have
off.
to actually change gears.
Yeah, and so it turns out, but there's a third switch on it that allows you to switch it from forward to reverse.
Push me in there.
So you have to push the button, and then you manage to survive.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, he almost pushed you in. But basically what ends up happening is you have to flip the switch to reverse the direction that the motor spins the gears.
Yeah.
It's very silly, but it's cool. It runs really well. The two-wheel drive, the small one, which was a two-wheel drive, we couldn't get it to idle without moving. And so it had a slight movement that it had to do. And it still had a few issues of cutting out. But it was way more used and beat up than the other one. So we just have, it's kind of one of the, don't forget you can sprint.
I can sprint.
Yeah, you can fucking zoop. But anyways, so yeah, we spent today doing that. We got both of them working. So it was pretty nice. We drove them around for a little bit.
Yeah.
Then we broke the big one. We broke its steering link, so we had to rob parts off of another one. That did not do very much damage.
It wasn't a very big drop either, though.
It felt big. Okay, Murmuring Boss. Enters the battlefield, you may reveal a tree folk card from your hand. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. White or black. Okay. Generous Ent Reach. Enters the battlefield, create a food token. Force cycling 1. Farmer Cotton.
Farmer Cotton?
When it's battlefield, create X one and white halfling creature tokens and X food tokens. That's cool. Yeah, I can definitely see which guy was it, the very one on the top. I could definitely see how powerful he will be, just because of if you ever get him.
Yeah.
Just because of how much food production I'm seeing in this deck.
That's the whole deck is food production.
Yeah, and so he'll literally come out as a fucking 20/20 for free.
Yeah.
He'll spend 2 mana to cast it.
Yeah.
And he'll be a 20/20, which would be fucking bonkers.
Did that door open? No.
Actually, that's the thing I gotta ask. Okay, so it says, with going back to the first card that does that, so affinity for food. This spell costs 1 colorless less to cast each food you control. So does that mean that for every food token you have out, you can already count those as 1? Because the problem is he's a 1 white and 1 green and then an X. So he doesn't have a number for colorless. And so does it remove does it just add since it's an X? So if you have 10 food tokens out, you could pay the 2 colored mana and then instantly have 10 put into the X? Or I don't know how that works with endless mana cost.
Right. It's probably and it's 2 less to cast for each.
one less to cast.
One less to
each
cast.
food
So
token.
I think it would just be like, oh, it counts as one.
You would think, because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Like, if you had 5 food tokens out on the field, he already has 5x put into him,
Yeah.
regardless of spending any actual mana.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way it should work.
Otherwise it wouldn't make any sense, because how would you put mana into him when the mana cost is technically 0? Because you could just not spend any of the X mana at all, and then you didn't save.
No, I didn't.
That's rough. But you're dead. But no, yeah, I don't know. I assume we'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
Because it sounds weird, but it sounds reasonable for that, but it also sounds super unreasonable, because then you're just not spending any mana to get this fucking monstrous creature.
Right.
So, yeah, I could see it going either way. Alright, Neuroblossom Snarl. Enters the battlefield, you may reveal a swamp or a forest card from your hand. If you don't, enter the battlefield tap. Call for Unity. Enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, put a Unity counter on it. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each Unity counter on call for Unity. That's pretty good. It's a 5-drop.
Food tokens are permanents.
They are, yeah. which is why it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because you spend them for mana, and then bam, suddenly all your creatures are just bigger.
Food tokens just give you 3 life.
They just give you.
You pay
okay.
2, and then you get 3 life from them.
Oh, that's still good though.
Yeah.
So you gain some life, and all your creatures get stronger.
Yep.
So, hey baby. Okay, that's a forest. Path of Ancestry. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's identity. When that mana is spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with your commander, scribe 1. Dawn of Hope. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. Pay 4, create a 1-white soldier creature token with lifelink. Bless you.
Thank you.
Not interrupting, am I?
Not bleeding, are you? Not about to use this place as a dunny?
No, and no.
Good. Good. Just don't want any fly-carrying visitors in here.
Right, I understand.
Oh, he lost his leg.
Woke up in
Both
the
of his
jungle
legs.
with one of those little blokes
He's
sucking
legless.
on my leg, didn't I?
He's Legolas.
Tribesmen. It isn't usual for them to eat right off the bone like that.
Well, it was dark, and I never got the bugger, so I can't be sure. Something spooky is in that jungle.
So
Our
spooky in
air
there,
carrier
boy.
crashed up in the mountains.
I'm
Every
spooked.
night some of my men would vanish without trace. Others fled in fear. Then this happened. So I brought the men down to
Oh,
shore
God.
for safety.
Flies.
Only for us all to be captured by this greedy mob. Some sort of sacrifice to their god who lives up in the hills. Though it seems I've not been invited to the barbie.
Maybe you're the dessert. Ripe flesh can be a bit of a delicacy around here.
For real?
Listen, we'd better get you out of here. Do you know how the tribe crosses
Here come the
down there?
rhinos.
Which stones they tread on?
Yeah, but I'm staying put. With this wound, I'd be like a fill-up station to every diseased bug in the bush. I'd rather be the main course of the real feast. Hey, if you see any of my men alive in there, direct them to the North Shore, will you? Away from here.
Of course.
Hey, you beat it. There goes Coastal Village. Alright. Land Roval Horizon Witness. Flying. Whenever 2 or more creatures you control attack a player, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. Okay. Gwail here. Greatest of the Eagles. Flying. When it attacks, target attacking creature gains flying until end of turn. At the beginning of each end step, if you gained 3 or more life this turn, create a 3/3 white bird creature token with flying, and whenever this creature attacks, target attacking creature gets flying until end of turn. So every turn you're basically guaranteed to get one extra 3/3 bird, and then all your creatures are just gonna be flying all the time.
Yeah.
When they're attacking specifically.
But that's super broken.
Yeah, that's when it really matters. Alright, Woodfall Primus. Trample. Enters the battlefield, destroy target non-creature permanent. Okay. Persist. When this creature dies, if it had no negative or negative encounters on it, return to the battlefield. Okay. Rosie Cotton of South Maine.
Pretty sure Sam marries her.
That's fair. Enters the battlefield, create a food token. Whenever you create a token, put a +1 counter on target creature you control with other than Rosie. Wow, that's awesome. And Brayden, tell me why you got so hard into Commander.
I like not having to build my own decks, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a big factor.
You can do that with regular modern decks.
Yeah, except they're bad. Straight up bad. Not like, kind of playable, but not good, right? Just bad. You know?
What do you mean? They're just their pre-builds are just about as good as these pre-builds.
No.
Yeah,
Not even close.
they are. I think the problem
And
is
also, the play style is, like, more built for pre-builds, you know?
I guess
If that makes sense.
see what I'm saying. Oh, see what I'm saying is the reason why I think that your opinion might be like that is because with modern pre-builds, you're facing them off against our actual decks, while with these pre-builds, you only really face them off against other pre-builds. You know, like the comparison is more favorable towards these pre-builds than like modern pre-builds or 60 card pre-builds.
I don't know.
Well, because I feel like every time, because we already have like a standing with like our own decks, that whenever somebody would use a pre-built 60 card, they're already facing off against something better.
No, because even with my bad decks, straight up bad too, like, precons don't really stand a chance.
Whatever, that one precon you have, 3-color, that's not bad.
It's really not good.
Yeah, but against your bad decks, it's better than them.
Not really.
I think it is.
I don't think it's that
I think you're
much better.
downplaying it too hard. I think they're more functional than you give them credit for. Because like obviously all of your pre-built commander decks lose to my goblins. Straight up, all of them. And then your goblins will probably consistently beat any of the other commander pre-builds. You know? I think they'll consistently do it.
Oh,
Dang, that's sad. Hopes and dreams broken.
I know.
What, baby? What is it, baby? Alright, Sanguine Bond. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Well, that's fucked. Fuck
Yeah,
for
no
this
life
deck.
gain deck.
Yeah, no life gain? It's fucked. Okay,
Go.
of herbs... You're done.
Oh, I made it.
Of herbs and stewed rabbits. Okay, 1. Put a +1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Create a food token. 2. Draw a card. Create a food token. 3. Create a 1/1 white halfling creature token for each food you control. That's awesome. A 3-drop? You only wait 3 turns and then you get a fucking army? Oh, that's a Velocipaster.
Except Velocipaster is cool.
It's true. He's like a superhero. This is just a bitch. He doesn't die, apparently. Holy shit, Brayden.
I know.
What is happening right now?
I'm fucking getting my ass beat by a Velociraptor.
Oh my god.
Like, holy cow.
Never freaking gave up. Alright. Far Seek. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. Put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Assemble the Entmoot. Creatures you control have reach. Sacrifice it. Create 3 tapped XX green treefolk creatures. Creature token. X is the amount of life you gained this turn.
That can be a lot, by
That
the
could
way.
be really bad.
Especially with Sam's ability.
Put a reach counter on each of them. Damn. That's wild.
One of my commander's abilities is activated abilities of food tokens cost 1 less to cast. You pay
Yeah.
2, tap it, sack it,
Yeah, now you
get
pay
3
1.
life.
Now you pay
now
1.
you pay 1 to get 3 life.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Path to Exile. Exile to a creature, its controller may search the library for basic land. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Ash Barrens. Basic land cycling. Oh, it just happened in the music. It just got louder. Oh, now you have to fight another one of those. Awesome. Essence Warden. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Okay.
And that just enters the battlefield.
Yeah.
Whenever another creature.
Yeah. So whoever
Yeah.
plays a creature. That's wild. That would be great against the goblins. I mean, it wouldn't be amazing, but it would be nice. Because once they start spamming, it's like,
I gain a bunch of life or whatever, right?
yeah, you gain 1 life for each creature. So I mean, if I'm doubling my creatures, you're doubling your life, which means I'm not making it any easier on myself to kill you.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Oh no, I dropped him. Into the trash he goes. Hey, baby. Smack the butt. Smack the butt. Okay. Isolated Chapel. When it's battlefield, tapped unless you control planes or swamp. Okay. Canopy Vista. It's a forest place. And it's battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands.
Yeah, a lot of those are pretty basic commander cards.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done reading the lands. Alright, Pippin, Warden of Isengard. Partner with Mary, Warden of Isengard. Pay 1, tap it, create a food token. Sacrifice 4 foods. Other creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcerer. Cool. The Gaffer. What? Huh? Huh? Huh?
The way I got up here.
Oh. Oh.
I was standing on this little mound here, just jumped up.
Alright, the Gaffer. At the beginning of each end step, if you gained 3 or more life this turn, draw a card. Nice, nice. Almost a guarantee. Mirkwood Bats. Flying. Whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. That's rough.
Especially in a deck about food tokens.
Yeah, about creating and sacrificing tokens. I mean, like that card wouldn't be too bad in your Goblin deck because of Goblin Bombardment,
Oh, yeah.
where you're spamming tokens and then also sacrificing them, but also it's a green card, so it's a little hard to do.
Well, that's not too bad. Just swap out my commander.
Yeah, but your commander is relatively nice.
Yeah, I know. She's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Alright, Bilbo, Birthday Celebrant. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1 instead.
Yeah.
Pay 5, tap it, exile it, search your library for any number of creature cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate only if you have 111 or more life. That's hilarious.
Do you know why it's 111 specifically?
Nope.
That is how old Bilbo turned in the beginning of The Lord of the Rings.
Damn.
Was 111.
Makes sense. This adds up. I accept. Arcane Signet.
That's normal shit.
Yep, that's a regular boy. Anguished Unmaking. Nice, Braden.
I can't help it sometimes.
Exile target non-land permanent. You lose 3 life. Oh no, I lose 3 life? I'll pay 2 mana to not do that.
Basically.
What do you call it, Braden?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, I don't know what you were doing. You just kind of stood
I was trying to do stuff. It's hard to see, too. It's so fucking dark.
I know. Isn't it great? That helped. That definitely didn't make that pitch darkness look any less pitch darkness. Oh,
I
you're
meant
dead.
to jump, but whatever.
You can do it, Brandon. Believe in yourself.
Oh, was there always stuff around this way?
I have no idea.
Damn it.
What happened to your sense of memory, Braden? Remember things already.
I can't remember what I never saw.
Remember me. Ah!
Oh, well,
Okay, good. Let them fight.
Great.
Save you some effort.
I can't shoot him from here. Oh, shoot.
Well, now you're the. Okay, good. They're not. It doesn't just auto target you. your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were enemies.
And I just saved their lives from a velociraptor.
You did.
Alright, well, we can end it here.
Yeah.
I
so
think this is an okay place.
it seems to be. Alright, well, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing.
Definitely go check out our other content.
Until next time, peace out.
Bye-bye.